Dear viewers, thank you for watching my React playlist. In this episode, I will discuss how to pass a method as props. By example, I will use this customer component. This handle submit click method is an event handler method. This is the submit button. When user click this button, this handle submit click event handler method will be executed. In real world, this handle submit click event handler method will submit customer form data into backend API server. For this example, I am simply showing alert. Let's see the current behavior of this application. Go back to the browser. Here, click the submit button. We are getting an alert. If I want to reuse this button code, as we already know, in React application, we can reuse component. So I need to create a new component. Let's create a new file. Name it submit button. Inside the file, I'll generate a component FCA. I'll cut the code from here and paste inside the submit button component. This component will populate how submit button look like and what are the behaviors. For example, to design this button, I am using this BTN primary bootstrap classes, and this is the event handler methods. If you need to design this submit button for any other component of this application, you can simply use this submit button component. And in future, if you need any changes in the submit button, you do not need to go everywhere. You simply go to this component and change whatever it is required. And these changes will reflect all submit buttons of this application. Now customer component has no submit button. Let's use the submit button component. Here we first need to import the component. Then here we can use like an HTML tag. Now question is how this handle submit click event handler method will be called when the submit button has been clicked. Now this button element is not available inside this customer component. It is available inside the submit button component. It is not possible to directly access this handle submit click event handler method what is defined in the customer component. Answer is we can pass this event handler method as props to the submit button component. As we already know, props are arguments passed into components via HTML attributes. Let's define the attributes of the submit button. Here, defining the on smash and pass this method. And inside the submit button, I'm adding an argument named props. And here as we define the name of the attributes is on smash, So here the properties of the profs will be on sparse. Let's go back to the browser. Here, click the submit button. Oh, sorry. Let's check. Oh, I am using the event handler method like a string, but it should be inside the parenthesis. Save and see again in browser. Okay, it is working like as before. So in React, in this way, we can pass a method as props. You can use any other name, like I'm using here customer. Let's see. No issues. React convention to use profs instead of any other name. Or you can use the object destructuring approach like this way.